Nation of Fit in 10. I am not centered. Now I'm centered. Almost. Just about. Good enough. All right. It is day 34. Day 34. One day before the halfway point of this challenge. And I will put up the calendar shortly for your scans. So we're going to run them next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So stay tuned for that. That'll be a Calendly link. What else did I want to mention? I'm not sure. Yesterday's video went up rather late. It took hours and hours. In fact, it took like 16 hours to upload. I'm not sure why. Sometimes I just upload it, like I'm doing it on my phone, and then I'm in and out of the house, I'm at the gym, and I don't know. It just, I probably need to upload it on a different device. But usually I don't have any problems with it. But last night I had a problem. It didn't upload till this morning. In fact, when I wake up at about 3:45, and it hadn't uploaded, and I was just blown away. So anyways, it's there now, obviously, and let's get to more of your questions. Okay, so this person writes me, this is under name something specific you can improve on for the following week. Intake my carbs without as much white rice and white bread. Dial down refined sugars. Okay, so yeah, okay, sure. These foods here have had a lot of the nutrition stripped from them, okay? So that's not really a good choice, for sure. But remember, the way these foods act on the body is not really the same when we start to add in some, some protein, and then maybe we're adding in some fat, and then we're adding in perhaps some fiber, like perhaps having some vegetables or some sort of fruit that's high in fiber. So it's not always necessarily that bad, especially with the way that you're eating, but certainly, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have a brown rice, then obviously you're gonna get the fiber and you're gonna get the vitamin E and more iron and stuff like that. Same with the white bread. You're gonna, if you're having a brown bread or something, or sprouted wheat, you're gonna get a lot more fiber and other micronutrients. So certainly those are gonna be better choices, but not the end of the world per se. Okay, but yes, obviously you're gonna hear from me, try to get in brown rice or try to get white bread. I have white rice, to be honest with you, but I have it maybe once or twice a day, and it tends to digest better for me. So you've got to take everything into account, right? Name something specific you need help with. Nothing this week. Videos have been helpful. Okay, great. Is there anything you'd like me to cover in this week's video series? BCAAs, pre-workouts, nootropics, thermogenic supplements, are they necessary and helpful for better workouts? All right, so huge question here. Lots of different supplements mentioned here. Let's just, in a nutshell, answer this. Are they necessary? No, they are not. They are not necessary. With the exception of maybe BCAAs for somebody who's on a more of a vegan or vegetarian type diet, because the essential amino acids. So let me just back up here. BCAAs are branched chain amino acids. These are 3 of the 9 or arguably 10 essential amino acids. We've accepted that there's 9, but maybe there's 10. There's certainly 10 for young children. That seems to change as we go through our adulthood. So let's just say 9. Branched chain amino acids make up 3 of those amino acids. So ultimately, I would say, if you are vegan or vegetarian, then supplement with essential amino acids. So you're going to get not just the BCAAs, but you're going to get the other 6 essential amino acids. If you are following a diet high in protein, which everybody is in this challenge, and certainly you could follow a higher protein diet for sure, especially if you're training really hard with weights. You could add in EAAs as well, essential amino acids. Is it really necessary? If your protein's high enough, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think it's necessary. Okay, again, if you're a vegan or vegetarian, then yeah, I would add them in. Pre-workouts. So there's a whole whack of pre-workouts. Okay, so pre-workouts, they're typically a powder that people will take, and it's supposed to enhance the workout. So some of them, they do something like, there's a lot of stimulants in them, like caffeine, so they're going to wake you up, or maybe there are some ergogenic aids like beta-alanine, or L-citrulline malate, or just L-citrulline. These are things that will help your strength and your endurance. Maybe there's some acid buffers in there, and sometimes there are some, as this person wrote, nootropics in there, which are things that tend to keep us more alert. So they're not stimulants, but they're just things that like you're just awake. And so there's all different types of pre-workouts, and some are more geared in some of these areas, right? So some are more pump product, some are more nootropics, some are more caffeine and maybe ergogenic aids like the beta-alanine that I mentioned, or the citrulline malate. So none of these are essential, but if they make your workout experience that much better, then sure, go for it, right? Thermogenic supplements, these are typically fat burners. Usually thermogenic just means it's the body is raising its own temperature, and so things like peppers or caffeine, or there's some other things, glucosterones, these types of things, these ingredients, and there are many others, will help to promote thermogenesis, or the raising of the body's temperature. And so the idea here is you're going to burn more calories, can help you to burn more fat. Okay, again, necessary? Certainly not. Are they going to make that much of a difference? Yeah, depending on what kind of one you're using, they can make a bit of a difference. But ultimately, like I've told you guys, it's the training and the diet that are going to make the biggest difference. Okay, the training and the diet. All right. So none of those are necessary, with the exception of maybe BCAAs or essential amino acids, as I said. Okay. Some things that I would say are essential, by the way, since we're on this topic, I would take a good multivitamin mineral. I would take a good protein powder, and perhaps either I would definitely throw up essential amino acids in there again if you're low on those, and arguably, not arguably, sorry. Another thing I would do is fish oil, so like salmon oil, and extra vitamin D. Okay, so those are like kind of things I would say are pinnacle. If you wanted to add in a few other things in there that I think would be really important, maybe creatine monohydrate. There's a lot of good benefits with those beyond just ergogenic aid. It's really good for your brain. And maybe glutamine. Glutamine is very good for recovery and very good for your immune system. Okay, so a couple things there. So good foundational supplements again. A good multivitamin mineral. There's one I carry called Primer. So when I take, it comes in a little packet. It's about 7 or 8 pills. So something like Primer, a good whey protein, if you can handle whey, a fish oil, vitamin D, and maybe EAAs. Okay. Boy, already 8 minutes. Okay, can I get to one more here? 8 minutes. What does this person say? Okay, name something we can improve on for the following week. Bought take one once last week at work. What? Bought take one once. Bought takeout. That's what she meant to say. Bought takeout once last week at work. Poke salmon bowl with brown rice, and had trouble accurately measuring macros. If I can't weigh out the macros and ingredients, then I'm no longer allowed to order takeout for the rest of the challenge. That is correct. So good for you. 8:40, I'm going to stop there. Let's get the message of the day. That sounds rather enjoyable, right? Okay, day 34. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit, right? Be patient, be humble, keep moving forward, and know that all this hard work, putting in and day out, will produce the results you've been looking for. It's a really long one here. I gotta click on it. Your time is coming. Do not give up, okay? And you can apply this to many facets of your life. So I'm going to say this again. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Be patient, be humble, keep moving forward, and know that all this hard work you're putting in day in and day out will produce the results you've been looking for. Your time is coming. Do not give up. Listen, I've been training and I'm just using this as an example, but I've been weight training since I was about 9, seriously since I was about 13. So let's just say 13, right? And I'm 42 now, so good, solid 29 years. There's still things I learn, there's still things I'm improving upon, and there's still areas of I'm a bodybuilder at heart. There are still areas of my physique that I still see that improve even at this age. So, you know, my point here is you just keep plugging away. You keep working towards what is really important to you, whatever that is. Okay, that's totally up to you. Whatever that is, work towards it. Keep working towards it, and it will get better over time. Okay, you just gotta keep trying, but you gotta be patient. Okay. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, and for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. See you guys.